Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have on a guest that I had on not long ago, but I definitely felt that it was important to bring her back again. I have on the president of the Zeta Phi Beta sorority. I have on President Nicole Joseph. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you back on the show to talk a little bit about something that I know that everybody's going to come out and participate in, because this is a number of years. I don't want to try to say how many, but probably about 35, 36 years.
That's right. January is going to be the 35th year.
35th, okay, very good. Well, Nicole, before we get started, if you mind, tell us just a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so I am Nicole Joseph, and I am the president of Theta Xi Zeta. We are the local chapter of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated.
All right, the Divine Nine.
The Divine Nine.
All right, then. Well, now, let me ask you, 35 years, and I have to give it the full title because I was corrected by one of my brothers one day when I said the MLK parade. Says, no, you don't discount it. He was Brother Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King.
Junior. Yes, I get corrected.
That's right, I get corrected as well. So we're here to talk about the upcoming 35th Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King annual day parade in downtown LaGrange. And this year, you all have a theme, I think it's being shared by other communities.
That is true.
What is the theme this year, Nicole?
Living the dream, it starts with me. Wow. And I didn't know we were sharing it until 2 weekends ago. I was going to the football game at Mercedes-Benz. I looked up and Atlanta had it. But it's okay. We don't mind sharing it.
That's right. His birthplace, hometown.
That's right. That's correct.
So, I think that says something about us if we're sharing the same thing there, you know. And again, I think living the dream, it starts with me, because he stood for so much and inspired so many individuals. And I just wish our young people would grasp some of the things and some of the lessons that he taught, and to understand who they are as individuals and help to carry that dream to those next generations too.
That is definitely true. And that's the awareness that we want to bring. We want to bring the awareness of it's not a day off, it's a day on. It's a day of service, because he stood for service 365 days. I mean, when you seen him, he was marching, he was called upon, he was there, and he was a part of the Divine Nine, also an Alpha man. So we want people to know that, we are here working the community, and it's 365. So we want to bring that awareness out. Yeah,
absolutely. And the parade, I know that has grown over the course of years. If somebody was listening and they said, oh my God, I meant to do that, get in, can they still get in?
Yeah, so the deadline for the parade is going to be January 5th. Okay. And that is just so we can make sure that we have that little week, a little over a week, to be able to look at everybody who signed up, to make sure we're lining them up correctly. We'll be able to go, to the park and look at the parking lot, knowing where we're going to line everybody up. Okay. But of course, if we have somebody, hey, I couldn't, I forgot, or, and I do understand the logistics that go behind, different organizations. Maybe they, couldn't get in Eventbrite or something, something went wrong. Okay. We're definitely going to work with them, because we want the participation, but we want, and I do know change is hard. It's different this year. First year is changing. I know that it's hard when you've been doing something for 34 years and then it just all of a sudden changes. So definitely we want the participation, and we want people to be able to conform to the new way that we're doing things.
That's right. Yeah. And now they go out on Eventbrite to sign up to register, right?
That is true. Okay. The only way to sign up is through Eventbrite now.
Okay. All right. Well, very good. And the parade, I understand, takes the same route as the annual Christmas parade, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Very good. So they'll be starting over at Granger Park?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, and because April and I, we like to think we do a great job of announcing and hosting the parade. And I know that a lot of the entries will have on numbers and stuff of that nature.
Yes.
And you guys will give us a kind of a little book.
Yes, so this year is going to be a little different. They will have a number in their windshield. They have a number, or either maybe a number like on the side of the car. Okay. So we'll know, maybe several numbers would be good depending on where we have our organization standing. So we'll be able to know who's coming up. You'll also have a list of people, so you'll know. This year we're going to have security. We haven't had security in the past. They usually just escort us, but we're going to have that because the parking lot will be barricaded. It'll be barricaded just for your floats, your walking band, your bands, your walking groups, your ATVs, your cars. The parking lot will strictly be for the floats and all the participants. Any extras will have to park over by the tennis side and walk across the street. And that's something different. We have not done that in the past, but it's needed for the lineup to be correct.
And people don't quite understand. Well, I know they totally understand when you're, like you said, the logistics of getting everybody in place and moving vehicles and walkers. You don't want any conflict there.
True.
And then incidents to take place. And speaking about that, I know that in the lineup and everything, every year there's a grand marshal for the parades as well. And this year, I'm going to let the young lady that you all have selected as your grand marshal, I know that everybody knows her in the community, or will get to know her because she has a mission and a drive and a purpose. Talk about who your Grand Marshal is.
So this year, our Grand Marshal is Maria Harris, which is actually next year, January, is going to be Maria Harris. She is the owner of Bless Realty Group, but even just not what she does professionally, it's what she does on the outside of it. She's a servant of the community. She's definitely, you probably see her out doing pain for lupus. She's advocate for that. She's definitely always helping the schools. I always see her out. She's feeding the community, whether you've been a client of hers or not. She's always out, hey, customer appreciation. If you see her, maybe one day you're going to sell a house, buy a house, she's always willing to give a card, give advice, even if you're not in the market. So definitely we selected her for everything that she does for the community because she's not looking for the limelight. She just wants to be a servant.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I had Maria on some years ago, and prior to her coming on the show, I didn't know anything about lupus. Had never heard of it before. And she came and shared her story, testimony, and continues to do that about, you know, the pain that she goes through.
That's
sometimes.
right, bringing awareness.
Yeah, bringing about that awareness to it. So we definitely know that you all made a great selection in having her as the Grand Marshal. You talked a little bit earlier, Nicole, about it's a day on and not necessarily a day off. And this year y'all are doing something different. I know that in the years, before I get there, tell her the date of the parade and the time that it starts.
Okay, so it is January 13th, 2024, the second Saturday in January. It's always the second Saturday in January, and it starts at 1 p.m. That's the parade. We expect the parade to be over with, cleaned up in about an hour, so 2 o'clock it should be over.
Oh, okay, all right. And you know, saying that is over with, cleaned up, da-da-da. In the past, when the parade ended, that's when people kind of dispersed and went on their way. This year, you all are doing something a little bit different. Again, I alluded to, you said it's about a day on and not necessarily a day off. You all are inviting nonprofits to come out and be a part of this after the parade. Talk about how that came about.
Yes, so I thought about, you know, how can I make the parade bigger? That was something that I worked on from May all the way out. I wanted to know how could, you know, we invite other organizations to be a part of it. So I said, okay, what if we did a day of service on the square? I wanted to just bring awareness to the community, and when I reached out to the city, they, you know, told me it had to be nonprofit only on the square, and I said, okay, this is excellent, because, you know, we could bring all kinds of resources to the community. So that was a day of service on the square from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's the same day as the parade, it's just immediately after, and we just wanted people to come out, bring the city out, the same people who are there for the parade. Maybe it's some resources out there that they didn't know about.
Absolutely. Is there an entry fee for the nonprofits, or do they just come, sit up, pick a space?
So it is an entry fee for the nonprofits, because even if you sell something, if you're raising money for something, of course you're not keeping it. So and that's just the fee for the square, but it's only $60. I did have some nonprofits say $60, but it's only $60 for it. And I was hoping maybe even some nonprofits could get a sponsor for it. Sometimes, you know, somebody say, hey, I'll sponsor you to be there. But I think it's not even about the $60. It's about the awareness that we could bring. I know I stated last time, a lot of parents didn't know there's literacy groups, you know, dental, you know, there's dental resources, just a lot of things out there that we get calls about, and people don't know that it's out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said literacy group, and I'm sitting here like, oh, I just, you know, I'm the chairman of Literacy Volunteers of Troup County.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, and I think sometimes that's the biggest hurdle for us to kind of get the word out about who we are, where we are, and the services that we provide for citizens. And a lot of times, like our services, at no charge.
Oh, that's wonderful.
No charge.
Yes.
So we definitely, I have to talk with our office manager about maybe getting out there.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. That would be wonderful, because we definitely see there's a struggle. There's a struggle with literacy in the school system right now. So that would be wonderful.
And it takes all of us working together in unison to make our community the community that we want to see it to be. So again, we can appreciate that a day on as opposed to a day off. Now, I know that there'll be some giveaways. I think that'll be happening and taking place along the program. I shouldn't say along the route, but there'll be some giveaways as well, right? Yes.
So we're going to have the judges this year, and then we're going to try to break it down as like civic groups, church groups. I did have a couple of schools that reached out. I know Candace McGee, she reached out. She said Ethel Kite was going to be in there. That's the only school I've heard of so far. But hopefully if we could get more schools to enter, that would be something, an incentive to say, hey, like, look, our float, we got second place or we got first place. So I'm definitely hoping to, I know it's new. We haven't done that in the past. We kind of just gave out like first, second, and third place. But if we could break it down into groups and divisions, I think that would definitely increase the awareness for it.
I agree, because, it's kind of like a little bragging there, right? I definitely, we know that, I know that our kids are very competitive.
True.
And the floats have to be kind of centered around the theme, living your dream. It starts with me, correct?
That is true. That is true.
Absolutely. So, I can definitely see that going a long way, and there's some creative mind of our young folks.
That's right. That's
absolutely. So again, as we get ready to wrap up, Nicole, if you don't mind, tell us the date of the parade, where it starts, and the entry fee for those that would like to enter.
So for walking groups and just regular participation is going to be $25. For our cars, it's going to be $35, and then it just goes up for floats, $45. For our nonprofits, it's going to be $60. So we're definitely hoping that we can still, get more people out to participate. Since we aired with BTV, we did get more participation. So we're up to like around 25 participants now. It is January the 13th, 2024, the second Saturday in January. So it starts at 1 p.m. We follow the same route as the Christmas parade. We start at Granger Park at the top, and we end at Granger Park at the top.
Very good. And I know that, again, the community is going to come out to support and also to be a part of the parade. So again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you come on out January 13th, 2024. You don't want to come at 1 o'clock. You want to be there before that.
That's
get
right.
you space around the route and take part in the 35th annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Day Parade.
That's right.
All right. Nicole, thank you very much for coming on the show today and sharing this once again with us.
Thank you.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment. Now I have the pleasure of being joined by one of my staff members from downstairs there. They provides excellent customer service, none other than Miss Brittany Jackson. Hello, Brittany. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Well, Brittany, we're going to take a few moments to talk a little about something that I know that our public can really hopefully get behind, and I know that you hoping that it can get behind because it'll make your life and job a lot easier. Before we do that, Brittany, tell us a little bit about what you do, if you don't mind.
So my name is Brittany, and I am one of the permits and license coordinator here for the city. We process occupational tax certificates, alcohol licenses, as well as building permits.
All right, so you have a lot of hats there, don't you, Brittany?
That's right.
Well, next year, 2024, we've been working with a software that's been doing an excellent job. We've had it for a number of years now, but we're looking to move to a new platform, Sage's Network. And this is going to be an online permitting software.
Right.
If you don't mind, talk a little bit about it, if you don't mind.
All right, so Sages is made to make everyone's lives easier. You'll be able to submit permit applications as well as building plans online. It'll get reviewed online, and then you'll be able to pay for it as well and receive your permit card online without ever having to come into the office.
Absolutely, and I know, again, that's going to hopefully make a lot of our customers' lives easier. Now, on our website now, I think we have a go live or we have a tutorial there. How easy is it, let me ask you, how easy is it for someone that may not be computer set? How easy is it for them?
Sages is very easy. It's basically a one-page application. All of your information, after you set up the initial account, will be on that one page. Once you get all your information in, it'll become even easier because you'll be able to just pretty much click through all of that because it'll already be input. But It's very easy. Even if you're not the most computer savvy, it'll be easy to operate. And if you ever have any questions, of course, they can always call us and we'll help walk them through. We will have a computer here set up to help, you know, anyone if they're needing it as well.
And we know that there's some citizens, and you know, they're just going to still hold on to that paper, right?
That's right.
Will we still take paper after the go live date, you think?
Absolutely. If you need some help and you just have an aversion to it, we will definitely still help you. Still take paper. We will try to walk you through the kiosks that we have here set up on how to do it and how to get more comfortable with it so that you can become able to do it on your own, but we will of course help.
Okay, very good. So we're looking at going live on January the 4th, 2024. Go out to our website right now, www.lagrangega.org. On the community services tab, drop down, click on community development, and there's a link right there at the top.
Right.
So Brittany, if somebody had questions now, can they call you or Christine to ask?
Absolutely. You can always call us here. Our phone number is 706-883-2060, and either one of us can absolutely help you. Okay,
well, very good. So again, we're going to be going live with that on January the 4th, Sages Network online, streamlining everything, making your life, my life, all of our lives easier. All right. Well, Brittany, I know that you're looking forward to that. But before we do that, I want to take this time to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. I think there's going to be some travels going on, right? That's right. Disney World it is. Oh, wow. All right. So where are you going? Disney World, right? That is correct. Very good. Well, Brittany, thank you so much for coming on sharing this information, okay? Thank you. All right. Have a good one. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now I always get an opportunity to speak with Lynne Holle from Visit LaGrange to find out all of the upcoming events in our community. Lynne, what do you got in line up for us? Thank you, Alton. I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas. Today we're going to be talking about all of the events that will be happening in and around our area during the week of December 26th through January 6th. So let's get started. Sunday, December 31st, beginning at 8 p.m., New Year's Eve Masquerade Ball 2024 at Wild Leap Brew Company. Kickoff 2024 in style at Wild Leap LaGrange. Join us in the tap room for our annual New Year's Eve Masquerade Ball. Here's what to expect. Craft cocktails, exclusive beers, and adult slushies. Enjoy dozens of beer, cocktail and slushy features, including mocktails and non-alcoholic options for designated drivers. Elevate your New Year's Eve with the electrifying beats of DJ Phillip, playing all your favorite New Year's Eve classics and top 40 all night. You can come casual or dress to impress. Don't forget the masquerade part. We'll have some complimentary extra masks while supply lasts. Late night eats available for purchase from Smoking Joe's Barbecue. Your ticket includes entrance for one to the event, including access to multiple bars, 2 levels, with 1 day beer, cocktail, and slushy features, food truck, DJ, and party favors. 1 drink ticket for a specialty shot upon arrival. The age restriction is 21 and over only. Pre-sale tickets guarantee entry. Event will likely sell out in advance. Complimentary parking will be available in the parking lot behind Wild Leap and across the street in the District 4 Health Building parking lot. Saturday, January 6th at 7 p.m., Tony Logue and the 184 debut at Pure Life House of Music. Critical acclaim for Jericho, Tony Logue and the 184 were the number 21 Whiskey Riff's Top 40 albums of 2022. Named one of Saving Country Music's Essential Albums of 2022. Named one of Kentucky Country Music's Essential Album of 2022. Debuted at number 12 on iTunes Top Country Charts. Needless to say, the whole album is a perfect reflection of the struggle of the tons of working class individuals across the country, with the unique mix of country music, southern rock, and Americana, according to Brady Cox of Whiskey Riff. And a reminder, Sweetland on Ice is open.
Have you been to Sweetland on Ice yet this season? Even if skating is not your thing, Sweetland on Ice is a fun place to hang out for everyone. Come see us this weekend. As always, remember to keep an eye out for weather updates and holiday hours on our Facebook and Instagram pages. Alton, these are just a few of the events that will be happening during the week of Monday, December 26th through January 6th. What a great way to start out the new year. I hope everybody has a safe and happy new year.
Well, Lynne, I want to thank you for that and that great lineup. And I do, too, want to take this moment to wish you a very happy and prosperous new year as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining City Week this week. My guests have been, I had on the president of the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. I had on President Nicole Joseph as she talked about the upcoming 35th annual Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Day Parade that will be held in downtown LaGrange on January the 13th, 2024. The parade will start at 1 o'clock, and by all means, if you haven't got your entry in and you'd like to, give her a call or go out on Eventbrite and sign up. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I had on from the Community Development Department, I had on License Coordinator Brittany Jackson as she told you about the upcoming new software that will be rolling out on January the 4th, 2024 that will make all of our lives easier when it comes to permitting, licensing, and also building review plans. Ladies and gentlemen, go on out to our website, take a look at the tutorial. If you have questions, give them a call. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed those interviews, and let me take this moment to wish everyone a very happy and prosperous new year.